check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
were strangers to the game we love. We're strangers no more. It's more than a game. Hey, it's our religion now. And it's in our blood, it's in our veins, it's everywhere. Ilawa, 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 ilawa. Michigawuna karagaling arame. We looked at our past and we saw our champions. Yuruaribama Manta Apanavuta Taparika. Apanavuta Taparika.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to TIO Stadium.
I can't hear anything.
My name's Stu Davis. I might just restart. Welcome everyone to TIO Stadium for the resumption of NTFL footy after the Christmas break. I'm Stu Davis. I'm joined today by Sam Clark. This is a round 12 match of the NTFL Women's Premier League between Tiwi Bombers and Palmerston Magpies, and the game's underway straight away with Palmerston going into attack. Welcome, Sam.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. I'm super excited for this game today. There's some huge ins for both teams, some AFL women's players in the Cockatoo Motlap sisters and Sarah Darcy, and also Ree Bush coming back up from down south. So this should be a quick, fast, talented game in front of us.
Yeah, and straight away we see Marika Carlton with her hands on the ball, gets it over to Tatiana Perry, who kicks long inside forward, 50, the mark's spilt down there, and Palmerston got it at half forward, but some strong defensive work by Tiwi. See it booted off the ground all the way around to the centre wing here. Some pressure on as Lami gets bundled over, and quick kick forward by Sienna Kelly, but chopped off pretty easily across half-back. It's Lelia Dunn, I think. In fact, it's Noreen Mungatopi who kicks in towards the corridor. It comes back to Mungatopi, and she tries to find a teammate with the hand pass. They're working it pretty well through the hands. Tiwi here coming around the grandstand side, but the kick going forward is chopped off pretty easily in defence by Kyla Hamilton. Hamilton just chips the ball inboard and finds Latonia Cockatoo Motlap. Her kick in towards the centre of the ground. The mark's spilt there by Lorenzo, and allows the Palmerston players to come in, put the pressure on, but the ball's wrapped up underneath. So no score in the first couple of minutes, and pretty warm conditions once again, but there's a bit of a breeze blowing to the right of screen, favouring the end to which Tiwi are kicking in this first quarter. Quick kick out of the pack by Jamie Lee Port-Jimmy, but Palmerston numbers are there. That's a tackle that takes a player to the ground, but not penalised. Hand pass comes out, and a quick kick forward once again by Kelly, but there's a free kick been found, and Tiwi with the chance to spread towards the grandstand side here. Or Mark Spilt running backwards, unfortunately, there by Lami, and Palmerston just going forward once again. At ground level, there's a chance down there for Lorenzo. Got her boot to the ball, but just squirted it out towards the boundary line, and again there's a pack of players on top of the ball, and it'll be a ball up once again.
Yeah, it's been a hot start here. There's a few girls already with hands on hips out there, and after a nice Christmas break, getting back into it at a 2:30 game's a bit rough, but I'm sure we'll see some good footy today. So as the ball goes up, Carlton out the back there just swoops on it, and a quick kick inboard, but it's chopped off by the Tiwi defender. It looks like Ree Bush there. So she's going to look to come out to the wing, but straight to Carlton. Dangerous kick, who takes the mark about 60 out. She looks like she just landed awkwardly on her ankle, but she plays on, kicking to a 2-on-1 inside 50, and another great overhead mark there by Lorenzo.
Yeah, good use of the ball, and she finds Cunningham. Cunningham kicks out wide as the water bottle gets thrown to the ground, so the mark could be taken by Maria Rioli. That's a good pass around the boundary line to Lami. So Tiwi looking pretty good in the early stages of this game as the kick comes forward or just slips through the hands there and gives Palmerston the chance to tidy up across half-back as Perry pinpoints a pass to Torsney, who runs on straight away and then kicks down towards half-forward. On the bounce, it's trapped by Bush, who paddled the ball in front of herself, and now she's got some support. The hand pass comes out the back, just misses the target there, and I think there might be a holding free kick paid here, and it's going to go Tiwi's way to Joanna Lynn. And she finds Mungatopi, who kicks out wide towards the wing. It's close to the boundary line, trying to keep it in there, but unable to. Was Zara Dunn, but it was, I think it was carried across off the hands.
Yeah, that should be a ball in.
I think.
Yeah. Looks like it will.
Yep.
So in the ruck there, going up for it is Tweedle O'Donnell, and looks like Sienna Kelly for Palmerston. So the ball's just being thrown back in the middle of the ground in no one's territory really, and it's just been tapped to the ground, and Wills picks it up beautifully and tackled strongly, but the ball squirts out. And there's a quick hands, and Darcy straight on that with a quick kick around the body, but not quite marked, but great skills from Tiwi. They got the numbers out the back there, but Palmerston just with numbers back off at the top of their half back, and some good skills through the middle there. A quick kick around the corner by McDougall and finds Wills there, who plays on in the middle of the ground looking for a teammate in the middle. Didn't quite mark that cockatoo motlap, but second efforts are on, and there's only one Tiwi player in Palmerston's forward 50. So Samara Purantanameri's going to take them on, but the ball's knocked out. But I think she's got a free kick here for hanging on a bit long.
Yeah, just hand passed the ball out in front of herself and drew the free kick that time. But some smart play, but she did have a teammate streaming towards goal, but she'll go back and take the kick. Kicks down towards the top of the goal square. Almost a strong mark taken there by Bush. Got the hand pass across and freed up Purantatameri with some clever footwork, but then got herself in a bit of trouble as the kick comes out the back once again, and Mungatopi hooks it around and clears it away from the defensive area for Tiwi. As at ground level again, it was Sienna Kelly got caught with the ball this time, and Tiwi the chance to rebound once again. Out in front was Darcy, got her hands to the ball, but just got nudged under the contest, and now Palmerston pick it up with a hand pass forward. It spills out here to Hamilton, who kicks long forward, but again Tiwi set up well behind the play and able to chop it off, and the kick comes out to Lami on the wing, and she cleverly gets around the player on the mark and off and running with a bounce now. Tries to get past another opponent, gets caught this time, but manages to get the hand pass out. Quick kick off the ground is just chopped off by the Palmerston defenders. A quick hand pass out, but that's a hurried kick towards the boundary line by Kyla Hamilton, and floats out over the line. It'll be a Tiwi free kick once again right in front of the grandstand.
Yeah, Tiwi have been looking for their short options, and their skills are good enough for it, but it's just not getting them much distance. But as Lami looks in board here, she'll find a teammate in Tweedle O'Donnell, who's gone deep in long, but it's been cut off by Tash Medbury there, who's looked to switch it but didn't quite work. And it's a Tiwi versus two Palmerston girls out there on the far side wing, and a quick kick in board, and Palmy have set up beautifully out the back there, and Wills with a great pick up head over the footy. And some quick hands from Palmerston and a kick out by Medbury again. And she finds a teammate who's just going to take a bounce on the far side wing, the Cockatoo Motlap girls. And she's kicked it almost into a runner or something out there. But as Palmerston look in board, she's found a teammate in the middle who can't quite take that mark, but she's got support running in. I can't quite see who is that. Cockatoo Motlap again. And she'll look for a teammate in this square, and a good contest in there. And smart by Palmerston with a 2-on-1, and just knocks it over the boundary line for a ball in.
Yeah, Tiwi defenders under pressure, but they cope with it pretty well in the end, and created the stoppage, got it over the boundary line. So, but Palmerston a chance to get the first score with a stoppage deep in their forward area as ball slips over the back from the ruck contest. There's a quick kick towards goal, but across the face, bounces through for a behind, and the first score of the game comes 7 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, already halfway through. I think both teams are really just pushing. There's no real thought about where they're kicking to. They're just bombing it long, and both set up quite well behind the footy to cut it off. So as we come in here, Purantanameri takes that mark in their pocket, and they've just gone short again. Tweedle O'Donnell's here, and she's found her, and she'll take a nice mark on their 50. So she plays on quickly, looking for a teammate there in Karanui, who plays on, and not a great kick, but in front. Great work to Kimberly Cunningham, and she'll look for a teammate down the line there as well, who's also looking. This is beautiful footy by the Tiwi girls, really opening it up, and Lelia Dunn's got a bit of space there. If she can just grab it and pick it up, she's inside their forward 50, but good body work by Palmerston. Natasha Medbury there, and Palmerston got the numbers back with some quick hands out, but again a bomb out, and it's cut off by Tiwi who's just looked to go long into the goal square and this affected the mark there, the Tiwi, and there's numbers for Palmy here, but they'll look for a teammate out to the wing, and you've got Carlton there, great shepherd for a teammate, but in pursuit, Put Jimmy is there, and she's absolutely busting her ass there to get to it, and a spoil out the back by Mungatopi. She's been quite good at these first 5 minutes or so, and she's still pursuing the footy, head over it from Tiwi, and they're just going to force a stoppage here, I think. Great work. That was beautiful play by Tiwi, just looking for a target and really opening up the ground from there. Back.
Great passage of play, just finding a teammate every time from deep in defence all the way down to half forward. So Tweedle O'Donnell wins that hit out, but not too much of an advantage. A quick kick off the ground by Bonnie McDougall sees the ball into the centre square. The tall Purantatameri gets a kick off the ground and now gets some assistance from Gabrielle King, who kicks it out wide, but strong defensive work running out of defence by Luta for Tiwi, but that one's chopped off this time by McRoberts, who kicks straight up the middle of the ground looking for Marika Carlton. Got her hands to the ball but couldn't complete the mark, and now Tiwi with some numbers around the ball trying to find a teammate, but it's kicked off the ground again by King, gets it down towards half forward, and Tiwi again set up behind the play, but on the turnover it's Palmerston who are out here as Ella Ward gets the kick in and finds her teammate Lakoya Cockatoo Motlop all by herself about 40 metres clear, runs into the open goal, has a couple of bounces and kicks it from the goal square straight through for the first goal of the game. So they were just sweating on the turnover there, and it came, and good defensive work by the Palmerston forwards, who had worked up the ground but managed to win the turnover, and Cockatoo Motlop was out by herself.
Yeah, I think the pressure around the ground is just great from both sides, and Palmerston, as you said, were able to pull up their forwards to come right up and force that ball and win almost that slingshot method of kick it over the top and flood back into their forward line, and Cockatoo Motlop won't miss that, and she's smart enough, she'll know her teammates telling her she's got a paddock to run into, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, pretty clever play. You could see her just hanging out there waiting for it to come out, and obviously the voice was good as well, and good teamwork. But Tiwi started impressively, just breaking down when they go forward as big reach over the top wins the hit out, and Carlton runs onto it for Palmerston, and they're into the forward half once again with a kick down towards half forward. It slips over the back. It's Wills this time, but her kick just dribbles across out in front of goal. But Cockatoo Motlop there again gets a kick around the corner. Wills just gets bundled out of the way and allows Tiwi to clear, but only as far as Purantatameri, who just set herself up behind and read the ball coming out and took the mark nicely, and she'll go back and kick from about 30 metres out.
Yeah, I think the Tiwi defence were really just thinking about that then to get it out, and lifted her eyes but just didn't quite nail the kick in. Purantatameri read her like a book and was ready to take that. So as she comes in here looking to kick Palmerston's second goal, and a beautiful kick off the boot, and she kicks truly. Terrific
kick there, set shot goal, and you can see already that she's going to be a handful for the Tiwi defenders down there with their height and agility and skills. So one that they'll have to carefully think about a match-up on, I would think. But a couple of quick goals to Palmerston just breaks the game open a little bit late in this first quarter, after Tiwi had controlled it pretty well in their back half for the most part. So we're 12 minutes gone, first quarter. As just wait for the restart in the middle of the ground, and the last goal was set up by a clean clearance from the middle. So
yeah, Tiwi are just leaving Marika Carlton just free by herself here, which she's just unreal skills, and she'll clean it up every day. So Ella Ward here gets a quick handball out wide to a teammate in Mick Robert, but Sarah Darcy with her strong body, great pick-up. Can't get a handball away, but Palmerston swoops straight in on it, and King's out there, kick off the deck by King, and first to it is Luta, who picks it up there, but Carlton out the back just ready and waiting, and a great strong tackle on Carlton there, and Ward picks it up. Ball slips out, and that one's paid holding the footy, so Karanoi will get a free kick here for Tiwi.
Yeah, she had some opportunities to get rid of that, but tried to break the tackles and penalised. as the kick comes forward, or strong over the top for Palmerston was Ronberg, and then got held and wins herself a free kick just backward of centre, grandstand side. She's looking to go down the middle of the ground and wobbles a kick forward, but that's well read in defence once again by Cunningham this time. She chips sideways, and we've got some numbers here on the bounce. The kick from Mungatopi comes down, but it's all Palmerston here, and well read by Tatiana Perry, set up behind the play. She drills a pass inboard. That's a beautiful pass, but slips through the hands and gives Tiwi the chance, as the kick from Natasha Dunn was smothered, and it's turned over, and McDougall gets a quick kick forward down towards half forward for Palmerston. The hand pass comes out, and Tiwi again clearing out of defence through Cunningham into the centre of the ground, and use it through the hands nicely, and the kick comes forward, but in front Palmerston well disciplined, and the kick comes out looking for Carlton, but that's a great mark over the top, and Tiwi the chance to rebound now grandstand side as Lami has a bit of space. He takes the mark and is off and running, tumbles the kick forward inside forward 50. It's an awkward one for the Palmerston defence, but well done by Medbury, who picked it up on the bounce and then evaded her opponents and cleared the kick out to find Carlton. She's looking to switch into the middle of the ground now, where there's a couple of Palmerston players, one of those being Sienna Kelly, who takes the mark, and she's off and running now. Kicks long down towards half forward, but again over the head of her teammate and chopped off, and Tiwi bring it back into the centre of the ground, but there's Palmerston players there as Kelly gets tackled with the ball. The ball just slipped as she tried to hand pass out, I think. Free kick's paid, but siren goes before that free kick can be taken, so a pretty good quarter of footy.
They've played a 50 here.
Oh, wow.
So Tiwi will get a shot on goal after the siren on the back of this 50. She'll probably have to kick it from about 40 out. Not sure what that was for, but nevertheless, hopefully we can maybe see a score for Tiwi before this first quarter ends.
Yeah, take a good kick from there, you would think, as kick's on the way. It's going to fall short, but yeah, I was just saying, pretty good quarter of football. Palmerston just got those couple of goals with breaks going forward, but Tiwi right in the game, Sam.
Yeah, Tiwi looking nice and clean and crisp in their skills, and hopefully they can run out this game. So we'll be back with you after this first quarter break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we're not all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
just come with another one of these brave boys. Decide to go for the run. It's the pirate. It's the pirate.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it was a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and you know, some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for the second quarter of this round 12 clash between the Tiwi Bombers and Palmerston Magpies. It was a pretty even first quarter for the most part, but Palmerston just broke with a couple of goals to give themselves the advantage at quarter time. As we're underway again, Ella Ward up high won the hit out for Palmerston that squirts out, and now Palmerston again going forward, get it inside 50, or just a fumble there allows Puran Chatameri to come in for Palmerston. Paddles along in front of herself, but good clean-up work in defence down there for Tiwi by Joanna Lynn. The long kick comes out, but again Ella Ward, who's been terrific for Palmerston all season, takes that mark, kicks inside forward 50. Tweedle O'Connell picks up and clears out towards the wing. She's got some players in some space here, an opportunity, and off and running for Tiwi was Jamie Lee Port Jimmy. She kicks long down towards half forward where the mark is taken by Luta. Luta gets a quick hand pass out. Port Jimmy had kept running and now runs onto this one. Hand passes in front of herself and then gets tackled. Play on as the call as the ball spills out. Maria Rioli paddling the ball in front of herself, just trying to get control. And again, she just gets a toe poke to it and gives herself a bit of space. Picks up now, tries to get around the opponent right in front of her, but that's a terrific tackle by Hannah Torsney down there. And Oh, in fact, it's
I
been
think it was
called
a
a high
high-
tackle. Yeah.
High tackle. She just ducked into that, and she's not easy to tackle, Maria Rioli, and Hannah did a great job there. But as she's played on here, she's taken her on the mark. She's ducked again on after a jump, and a handball in by Rioli there, but cleaned up at the back by Huddleston with Palmerston on the far side, and she takes a bounce and tries to take Maria Rioli on, but she's been rewarded with the free kick there, and Rioli just plays on, but a short, terrible kick straight inboard to Palmerston, who have the numbers here and have just lifted the eyes to look for a teammate in there. But a good contest in the middle, and Tiwi have come out with a high up and under kick under there, and it looks like Tashani Graham at the bottom of that, but a short kick inboard, and Tiwi have marked it, and that looks like Lelia Dunn will take that kick set shot on goal.
Yeah, so good pressure across half forward there by Tiwi. Just set themselves up behind the play, and I think it was Natasha Dunn who got the kick into Lelia Dunn, who's a set shot and a chance for Tiwi's first score of the game. Kick on the way, looks good. It's going all the way to the line. I think it's just got over the line. It has, and the Tiwi players get around Lelia Dunn as they should for their first goal of the game, and that just closes that margin to 7 points, and a bit of reward for Tiwi, who have been competitive throughout the game and finally got some control in their forward half.
Yeah, and I think at the quarter-time break we were just talking that both teams just need a bit of composure there, and I think we saw it, although Maria Rioli just kept taking them on, but like between Lelia Dunn and Natasha Dunn there, just a bit composed and had to look for each other to really get that mark and slow that play down.
So the first goal of the second quarter goes to Tiwi Bombers, and of course these teams are 8th and 6th on the ladder coming into this game. Palmerston pressing for an opportunity to play finals, so a really important game for them, and Tiwi to stay in touch with them, only a game behind. So the ball, Tiwi have won the clearance and worked the ball just forward of centre towards the outer side of the ground, and we'll get a free kick here, and it's going to Sarah Darcy on the outer side of the ground up there. A big inclusion for Tiwi this week, Sam.
Yeah, the ex-Collingwood and Richmond AFL women's player. She'll look to go long, and she has a beautiful long kick, and she goes deep inside Tiwi's 50, but cut off there beautifully by Tash Medbury for Palmerston, who's kicked out wide to their half-back flank, and Palmerston will look for a teammate here down the wing, and they've got numbers out the back, but the pressure from Tiwi off the back to just attack that footy didn't quite get it cleanly, but McRoberts at the bottom there gets a handball out, but turned over and picked up by Kiana Brown, who's just a quick kick around the body, and I think we'll get a lasso free kick here for Palmerston. Looks like Aisha Ronberg will take that free kick. She's another young Palmerston player who's done a lot of her juniors there and has really stuck with the club, and she's got great skills and great footy brain, and as she takes on, she sells a bit of candy. The kicks just come off, it looks like the end of her boot, and it's fallen short of her teammate, and Tiwi have picked it up but kicked it straight back to Palmerston on the far side wing there, and they're looking to switch lanes and have a look, but the switch wasn't on, so she's found a teammate. Great kick and great mark there. And her teammate there is looking for Carlton, who just sneaks around her player, and she's got a teammate in the square who takes a beautiful mark, plays on, and that's Aisha Romberg, who has just kicked Palmerston's third goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure it is. It might have been Gabrielle King running down there.
Oh, sorry, yep.
Sam, but yeah, it was a terrific passage of play, and just created the loose player over the top, and that was due to their run and being prepared to get away from their opponents and get into a position forward. So good passage of play from Palmerston, and an answering goal in this second quarter.
Just the awareness of Carlton there to know that King was just running back into the goal square as well, and she went to turn her back and move, but she just knew she was there and wheeled around on her boot as she does and kicked it straight to her instead of just streaming off for goals. So great team play from there. So the ball's come back up in the middle, and Ward wins that tap just slightly, but Rioli out in front was held a little bit, but kicked it off the ground straight to a Palmerston player, and Kelly under it. As she plays on, she takes on her Tiwi opponent there, but set up at the back Tashani Graham and looks like, sorry, stay with me here, Mungatopi there, but Carlton on it, Carlton versus poor Jimmy, and poor Jimmy comes out with it, but she's just really putting her body over the footy there, and she will cause a ball up there.
Yeah, strong attack at the ball from poor Jimmy. He's a terrific player, the captain of the Tiwi side. Looks like she's got a bit of an arm problem that might be coming off here, so keep an eye on that as Ward once again doing the ruck work and then cleans up herself to win the clearance, but good work across half-back by Frida Purantatameri, and a beautiful pass finds Lorenzo in the middle of the ground. She's got players short if she wants to go that way, or changed her mind halfway through kicking, I think, and then got caught with the ball, and
that is a great tackle by Ella Byatt. Just wasn't ready to tackle her, and then the spilled ball from Lorenzo just let her sort of grab that tackle, but as she's kicked out wide, you got Mungatopi there, picked up by Lynn, and a quick kick out. McDougall's ready to run on it, but she's got a teammate in Mick Roberts coming off the bench. She's just been chased down by Lami. Lami loves that. She's got speed, she's got pace, and she'll take that free kick, and Mick Roberts looks a little bit hurt here, but a fair tackle from Lami there. It's just a hard, wasn't aware that she was behind her.
Yeah, she's taking her time getting up here, a bit sore. It was a good tackle from behind and unexpected, so just caught her by surprise, and so she wasn't braced properly for the tackle, I suppose, and just pulled up pretty sore. I think she'll have a bit of a spell on the bench and then hopefully be back.
Yeah, so she comes off. Lami's just having a look, seeing where her teammates are, and everyone around the ground's pretty much one-on-one with Katie Wills just sitting in the middle, just hoping the ball will just be kicked down the line as it is. But up goes Samara Purantatameri, but can't quite take the mark, and Sarah Darcy off the back picks it up, looks inboard, finds Karanoi, who finds Munga.
How do they get out of there?
No idea. That's just what Tiwi do. But Cunningham kicks it in and turned over by Palmerston, but Rioli will read it off the boot best, and she takes one bounce heading in. She takes two bounces. She's got her teammates short in the square. She drops the mark, but kicks around the corner and has kicked Tiwi's second goal.
Lalia Dunn again in the goal square, but the working close here, it was it looked like an out of bounds or stoppage for sure, but Tiwi just threw the hands in close, managed to get some space, and then Maria Rioli just taking them on, running and bouncing, and got it to Lalia Dunn in the goal square, who did the rest once again. Terrific football from the Tiwi Bombers.
It's just Tiwi magic out on this wing for them. You don't know how it gets there, but some super quick hands, and it just pops out the back up for them. So they've brought that margin back to 7 points in this quarter, and they're looking strong and composed in this second quarter.
They are, and there was always the suspicion that Tiwi might come good in the second half of the season once the Two Islands Football League competition finished, and they can focus more on NTFL footy, and they're right in this contest today as from the stoppage it's ball spills out. Purantatameri just paddles it out, but good work by Tweddle O'Donnell bursting through there, leaves it behind now, and the hand pass comes out to Lami, who gets a kick inside forward 50 on the bounce. Just couldn't be controlled down there by Darcy, and Palmerston defenders close on it as they try to work it out of defence, but still in a dangerous area. Now an opportunity for Tiwi as the just got bundled out of the way, and good defensive work, but comes back to Lorenzo here, who controls the ball eventually. Kicks half smothered as she went in. A snapshot around the corner, and it's another goal for Tiwi, and I reckon it's Lalia Dunn again.
Yeah, great snap there. She didn't have much time, and she just banged it on the left and snapped it round, and back to 1 point between these two teams.
Yeah, Lalia Dunn just controlling that goal square at the Michael Long Centre end of the ground in this third quarter, and whenever the ball's near her, she's a chance to score, and she's kicked 3 goals already in this quarter. So a terrific performance down there, and Tiwi have been much more effective at getting the ball down to her in this quarter, and that's the big difference, I think, being able to penetrate that Palmerston defence a bit.
Yeah, I think they were just bombing it in long in hope, and now they're really lowering their eyes and looking for her. And Tash Medbury's trying to read it best, but Lelia Dunn's got her teammates knowing exactly where she's going to go now. So as the ball comes back up here, Tweedle O'Donnell just with the tap over the top, and she follows up her own work and a quick handball out to her teammate in Lorenzo, who's been good today. She gives a soccer off the ground to hopefully get some space, but it's just overrun there, and the girls are just pursuing it in the middle here, but Palmerston seem to have their head over it, but it's kicked out the back, and Sarah Darcy's straight onto it with a quick hands out to her teammate, but the ball's just slipping and sliding in and out between players, and Darcy again, it's just come out the back and some more quick hands, but nobody can really take a clean free possession here, and a lovely little toe poke straight up to her. The Tiwi player there, but she's kicked it in long, and Lelia Dunn just got tripped off the ball there, and she'll win herself a free kick inside their forward 50.
Yeah, Tash Medbury really aware of what Lelia Dunn can do, and trying to mark her as closely as she can and just infringe that time. So Dunn this time with a set shot. She's kicked all of her 3 goals from ground balls, general play so far. So set shot kicks on the way. It's going right into the goal square. Oh, great mark taken in the goal square down there. That's Sarah Darcy, is it?
Sure is.
Yeah, terrific. Just stood tall in the middle of the pack there and snatched it out of the air. So she'll have a pretty easy shot from the goal square here to put Tiwi in front for the first time in the game. And no problem whatsoever, straight through the middle. And Tiwi 4 goals in this quarter, and really giving Palmerston something to think about as we approach the latter stages of this third quarter.
Yeah, and I think Palmerston have put Carlton back in the middle. She was just sitting on their half-forward flank, but the ball hasn't really gone into their half for more than a minute or so of this quarter. So I think that swap up just to put Injector in the middle for the last 5 minutes or so will be important for Palmerston, as Tiwi will hopefully look to lock this one down, as their 4 goals and beautiful straight kicking's got them the lead by 5 points.
Yeah, just been able to win these centre clearances, which has been crucial in setting themselves up going forward. So something that Palmerston had probably dominated a bit more in the first quarter and need to get their hands on it again, as Ward is up high, wins the hit out, but reading it best at the back was Port Jimmy once again, who kicks out wide to the outer side of the ground. It's a foot race out there, but well done by Mackenzie Lynch, who picks up and swings the ball back around, and now Carlton's got her hands on the ball. She's off looking to run, has one bounce, but then swings back inside, kicks down. That's on the bounce. It's come all the way to Puruntuta Mary here at half forward, who evades a couple of opponents, runs off with a bounce, kicks long towards the goal square. It looks straight, bounces just in front of the line and bounces through for a Palmerston goal. Another piece of magic there, but this time from Palmerston, but set up on the outer side of the ground. Good defensive work out there by Mackenzie Lynch, and then got it to Carlton, who was off and running, and the ball just kept bouncing between Tiwi defenders and got all the way to Samara Puruntuta Mary, who did the rest from there.
Yeah, she just stepped around all of them and just composed herself and really looked for that nice long kick. And as I said, Marika Carlton straight in there off the back of Lynch. Lynch's nice defensive work, and has a few bounces with the confidence to take them on, and they've been rewarded for their efforts out there. So I think we're almost into time on here, and Tiwi Bombers 4 goals 0-24 with Palmerston Magpie leading them 4 goals 1-25, so only 1 point in it, and I think that's reflective of the game that we're watching right now too.
Absolutely it is, and what a quarter of football. 4 goals to 2 in this quarter so far, and more to come as Ward again up high wins the hit out for Palmerston. McDougall at ground level got the hand pass out, but Keranua was on the end of it, and she's off and running, has a bounce, chips the ball in towards half forward, as picking it up down there was Puruntuta Mary. She got the ball spilled out in the tackle, and defensive work down there sees Mackenzie Lynch again swing the ball towards the near side of the ground out into space, as Palmerston have got a 2-on-1 down there, but bit of holding almost as the ball dribbles out of bounds, and it's a free kick. Must have come off the toe, I think.
I thought it came off the toe of a Palmerston player, and the field umpire called a ball in, but Palmerston will take it here, and off she goes. Yeah. She's looking for a teammate down the wing. She's got Purantanameri out the back, but it's dropped Mark, but she gets it again, and great pressure by poor Jimmy there. He's just pursuing that ball, keeps pursuing it. King, attempted kick off the ground, hasn't quite worked, and Tiwi will be rewarded with this lasso free kick this time. So Kimberly Cunningham will take that. So she is looking for a teammate. She comes on and just kicks it down the line. She's got Darcy standing tall there, but just worked under it nicely by the Palmerston defence, and poor Jimmy in pursuit of this footy. She's kicked it off the deck to try to give her some space, and she just overruns that footy, and Palmerston have got the numbers, but she's been rewarded with a free kick for hands in the back there. So just put her body on the line and over the footy, and as she does, nice and hard every time, and wins herself that free kick. But she'll look inboard for a teammate who she's found, and that is, can't quite see who that is, Lorenzo. She's been great again, and she'll look for a teammate. She's just a bit far out, and a lovely kick into the square, but no mark taken, and the ball's just fallen short there, and Tiwi both having a look for it, but I think a free kick will go to Palmerston's way here, just dragged her to ground without the footy. Yeah, unnecessary. But Tiwi had the numbers 4-on-1, I think, but working hard down there. Tash Medbury won herself the free kick, and a bit of breathing space for Palmerston as she gets it outside of defensive 50. It's the ball on the ground. It's players from both sides just trying to get their hands on it. It's paddled out. Tweddle Donald gets the kick inside forward 50, parking herself in front of it. Down there was Mara Murphy, and just propped in front of her opponent, and won herself a free kick for being pushed in the back. So pretty clever play, really. As I think they're all a bit tired now and just getting a bit sloppy with their bodies around as we go 18 minutes gone. So Mara Murphy will, I would say, look to pass this off. And she's coming in. She's about 45 out, and she's kicked it short, but beautifully cut off there by Ella Byatt in the half-back for Palmerston. She hasn't got much options leading on for her, but she does a quick handball to a trusty teammate in Tash Medbury, who finds a teammate out in the far side flank. So she'll look in short there for Cockatoo Motlap, who takes a mark inside 50, and they just can't quite get it out of this 50. As I say that, they've just found a teammate, and they'll look to play on here as they've done all game and pull everyone up before they slingshot over the back. And she's found, Cockatoo Motlap's found King out there in her own, and she'll look long to Carlton, who takes a beautiful chest mark and plays on, and she'll stream into goal here. She's got some pressure coming in from Tiwi, but she looks at the goals herself. Oh, yeah. And she's kicked that beautifully straight through for Palmerston's 5th goal of the game. Terrific work from Palmerston from half-back, just prepared to run the ball and then used it nicely, and Marika Carlton doesn't need any invitation to take the game on. She was always going to take the ball and sprint off, and she did just that and kicked truly from long range. Yeah, and they had some real patience there in their half-back. That, as I said, they couldn't quite break it open, but I think that's their gameplay there, to just get some short kicks there and suck everyone up, and then get a nice long kick over the back to their speed and their pace into their forward line, who just really open that up every time. So after Tiwi got themselves in front for the first time, Palmerston have answered with the next 2 goals late in the quarter, and it is a long quarter. 7 goals have been scored, but we're past 20 minutes in the quarter as Ward up high again wins the hit out, and at ground level, Bonnie McDougall just trying to force the ball out. She's ball's underneath and not coming out, so it'll be a ball up once again. Ward with the bodywork this time takes it out of the ruck contest, got the hand pass across as it spills out now and hacked forward. Tiwi trying to move it forward, but well read and picked up by Kelly for Palmerston, who kicks long down towards half forward. Carlton running onto it again, overruns it this time, but the ball ricochets back to her advantage. She gets a quick kick forward, but that one's going to bounce over the boundary line, and it's inside the forward 50, so
That'll be a boundary throw-in, but some good work down there by Kiana Brown for Tiwi to put the pressure on Carlton and prevent her from running away again, as we often see.
Yeah, she just stuck with her there, and she's tight as glue on her inside this forward 50 while waiting for this ball to come back in. So as the boundary umpire throws it back in, Tweedle O'Donnell in the better spot, and the siren goes for the end of the first half here. So Palmerston leading Tiwi Bombers 5-goal 131 to 4-goal zip 24 as we're heading to the main break here.
Fantastic half of football and terrific skills on display. So we'll be back after the half-time break. Be sure you join us.
You know Territorians go a long way for one another. So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we are here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away.
Get a quote today.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Looking for a fun day out with your family or friends? Putt on over to Palmerston Mini Golf. With our beautifully landscaped course suitable for all ages, you'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston. We offer the perfect setting for kids' birthday parties, complete with special packages to make their day unforgettable. And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates, we have you covered too. Play during the day or under lights. We're open until 10 p.m.
And we'll see you around Palmerston Mini Golf.
Find us at the Palmerston Golf and Country Club.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footy.
We signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in your girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
Gets it out wide, and Saints going forward now, and a player out in some space deep out wide is by Ted Castle. He swings around on the right boot now, drills a pass in towards the goal square, and Nate Paredes has read that perfectly. He was there all by himself right on the goal line, and a pretty easy goal in the end. But now Chirgwin, who's run down from fullback, gets on the end of a hand pass, kicks long inside forward 50, a beautifully weighted pass, finds Calder. Calder's got players running into the goal square. He goes out wide, and Paredes it is. He swings around. That might have gone all the way through if it's not touched on the line by his teammate. It's not. It's forward, and once again it was Paredes who'd worked forward. Carson Cantilla just smashes that one forward, and Brendan Cantilla runs onto it, bounces twice, kicks long towards goal from centre half forward, and there's an answer within seconds from Tiwi. So goes by hand off to Darley, and Darley kicks short towards half forward. Babui's there. He gives it back to Darley, who kept running. He kicks long towards goal now. I think this one's going to go all the way. It is. and just gets over the line, beats the St Mary's defenders, and Sam Darley gets on the board. Be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Saints' goal. Holder doing the ruck work this time, gets it out wide. Dylan Land on the right boot, snaps it towards goal, and it's gone through. Long inside 450, Jackson Calder once again got good position, but spilt the mark. Got the hand pass out to Jack Lant. Saints have got a couple of players running towards it. Jack Lant's kick bounces in the goal square and just taken down there by Mason Stass. Swings around onto the left boot and bangs it through, I think. The Saints go outer side of the ground this time. The mark spilled out there, but the hand pass comes over the top. Stanley Tipalura is in a bit of space inside 50 now. He kicks long towards goal. And, I think this one's better. It is. Not sure what happened there. Play stopped, but over the top, Potts gets a hand pass forward. Now a swooping hand pass over the top. Here's a chance for Tiwi. Running into the open goal with a bounce from deep in the pocket. This kick towards goal is good. I'm not really sure who the player was, but that was good use of the ball by Tiwi going forward. Back of the marking contest. At ground level, poor Jimmy just struggled to pick it up, but now there's a quick kick forward down towards goal. It's gone all the way through for a Tiwi goal as the Saints player down. I think that's Churban, might have Mary's. Nicely done. And the ball back into play. Goes straight up the middle of the ground. And he finds Tippermanter Mary. Tippermanter Mary goes long down towards half forward. Here's a chance for Tiwi as running onto it is Roy Farmer. Roy Farmer straightens up, kicks towards goal. And just straightened it up inside that left-hand goal post.
The game has been called off by the match managers at the ground. Unfortunately, the Lightning is just far too close for the action. Unfortunate due to this game now being cancelled, and per the rules, Tiwi Bombers will be awarded the 4 points with a 6-point win, 8-11-59 to St Mary's 8-5-53.
Bowden, another left footer. This time goes back. Bowden, we normally see him down back. Waistcoat, up he goes, and it takes the mark to juggle. 1-2, came off the hand. Waistcoat over his left shoulder, and Stanley Waistcoat, the first goal of the game, 3.5 minutes in. Kura, up they go, ball on the ground, in dispute. Kicked off the ground at the shot of goal. Running around and into an open goal. Wonderful, wonderful work there. Michael Mummery has the goal. Kicked 5 last week. He's underneath the ball. Couldn't take the mark. Matthew Dennis. Nice handball out. Handball over the top. Waistcoat does it beautifully. Stanley Waistcoat gives it to Matthew Dennis. And thank you very much. The quick reply. Got plenty onto it. Got plenty on it. Over the top. The defence. Wanderers. In the forward half, on the outside of the boot, in their forward line. Dennis over the back in the Schwarz direction, taken high in the tackle, play on, ball comes out. Big Cox kicks on goal. I reckon Cox has nailed this. He's kicked it out of his you-know-what, and he's nailed it on the non-preferred left, so right footer.
Looks like he's going to go a drop punt here too, so... Goes the check side.
Oh, it's a wonderful
That's
kick.
a great
How
goal.
good was that? Missed. Or was it a goal? No, it's a goal.
I think it was a goal.
Yep. What's he got? Goes to a leading player there. Pushed out by Matthew Motlop. Anderson over his shoulder. And I reckon Anderson's kicked that. Jed Anderson, he has 3, all in this second term. No free kick. Kick on goal. Cross the face. Big chance here. Lovely kick inside. Picked up by Cabillo, and Cabillo goals.
That was just beautiful attacking work from Wanderers there.
After disposal, Waistcoat lurking, ball on the ground. George gets it back, spots a teammate, running into an open goal, and I reckon he's got it. He has got it. That's Michael De Jong on debut. Got a goal for Southern Districts. Well done to him. Gets the ball out in the direction of the goal. Still in the corridor. No high tackle. Should have knocked the ball out. Anderson says, give it to me. I'll get it. I'll take it. And has 5.
Loves that end. He kicked his...
33 seconds, into the term, and he's got his 5th. Looking forward. Over the back. No mark taken. You've got to work harder in defence, easy as you like, and that's number 6. I reckon that's number 6, and that was Jed Anderson fighting each other to get to the football. Bowden had time to turn onto his left, and the chance to kick number 10.
Goal number 10.
Protractor out, get the protractor out, is about 1 degree off centre, and he nails it for number 10. Bowden. Braden McLean. There's the siren. 23-16, 154. Terrific effort to Wanderers. 6-6-42.
Mucked them up a minute ago. Antonio James now, maybe not the right decision. Trying to get the ball out was Loftus, but he's under pressure. Brody Philo picks it up, puts it on the right. And finally a goal in this game at the 8, nearly 9 minute mark of the first quarter to Brody Philo. Stokes handballs off to Matty Campbell. Campbell's kick is punched away. Nightcliff have it. Shot on goal now again by Roger Morris. It's gone over the top of hands, and that should be a second goal for the Tigers. Roger Morris. Stokes with the handball out. Just can't take possession there. Drop ball by Buffs. Tackle pressure now. Tigers with it. Moody running into goal. Kicks it, punches the air, and the Tigers have got their 3rd goal on the board to Zach Moody. Now by Loftus. Joey Collison swings around, but front position, Nightcliff Tigers doesn't take the mark, and a good tackle there. Collinson gets Loftus again, gets it back, takes his time, kicks it, and he's kicked the goal, and the Buffaloes have kicked the last 2 in a row. Getting the kick away, Xavier Grant, he slung as he kicked it. I think play on was the call, so Tommy Clark gets it across to Palmer. Palmer has a shot on goal now. Buffs have kicked 3 in a row, and they've hit the lead for the first time in this game at 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Little chip kick now. They've done this all night, finding Loftus. Loftus kick misses Tommy Clark, picked up by Jake Twycross. Sends it through for a goal. Just what the Tigers needed, Buxy. But picked up by Capera. Gets a kick away as he's tackled off the ball. Must have been touched because the umpire said play on. Kicked now by Twycross. Gone through for a goal. So Tigers with the opening goal of the 3rd quarter. Behind Nicky there, picks it up. Handballs backwards in the goal square to Moroney, who gives it back to Nicky. Gets his kick away, but only as far as Dylan Clark, who chops it off. The first gamer from Wodonga puts it on the right. He's going to go for the goal square. Going to go for goal. It's gone across the line, and the Nightcliff Tigers players are celebrating. So another goal to the Nightcliff Tigers, and that one to Dylan Clark. Ball goes out of the back. Matty Campbell there with the pressure. Spinning out of it is Twycross. Gives it to Ryan Nyhouse. Bit of Eddie Betts, if you don't mind. Ryan Nyhouse.
Enjoyed the forward line.
Palmer. Push off the ball by Moneghetti on Williams. Over the top, Spicer coming through. Palmer gets the handball backwards to Daniel Stafford, and he's kicked a goal for the Buffaloes. Daniel Stafford, top of Mensch, and
welcome back to TIO Stadium for this round 12 Women's Premier League clash between Tiwi and Palmerston. A fantastic game of football so far. Sees Palmerston hold a 7-point lead at half-time, and Tiwi really up and running in that second quarter with 4 goals on the board, but Palmerston able to answer late and get their noses back in front I'm Stu Davis. I'm with Sam Clark. A great game of footy so far, Sam.
Yeah, it definitely has been so far. And as I said before, I think the scoreboard reflects the game we're watching in front of us here. So as it gets back underway, Ella Ward just winning that tap at the bottom and a quick hands out by Torsney in the middle there, but cut off by Tiwi and Tatiana Perry at the back here looking for it, but picks it up beautifully, and a quick kick to a teammate in Carlton who just spills that mark but plays on, and it checks out on the outside of her boot looking for Samara Punatanameri, who parked herself under it and took a mark, but she'll look to play on, and a beautiful short kick but just dropped there by a teammate in Cockatoo Motlap, and still in pursuit. And I think Palmerston look like they've got numbers inside their forward 50, and the ball just swinging around in the middle of the pack, and we'll get a ball up from the umpire. So a nice quick hot start by Palmerston here in the second half.
Well, it's a terrific start as Punatanameri over the top gets it to Carlton, swings the kick around, the ball spills out the back. Here's a chance for King again, about 20 metres out directly in front, and Gabrielle King just pokes through another goal for Palmerston to start the second half. And after they kicked the last two in the second quarter, they've stretched that lead out once again. But good pressure in the forward half by Palmerston. Yeah, great forward pressure there from all of their forwards, and they just created that space off that ball up there, just knowing where each other were. And King, she's quick and she's fast around, and that's her second goal for the game here. So second, Samara Punatanameri with 2 goals for Palmerston, Gabrielle King 2 goals, and 1 goal to Lakoya Cockatoo Motlap and Marika Carlton, as well as multiple goal scorer for Tiwi Bombers with Lelia Dunn with 3 goals, and Sarah Darcy with the beautiful mark and 1 straight out in front. So as the ball goes back up here, and Ella Ward wins that tap but hits it straight down to Marie Rioli, who just evades a few people in the pack but kicks short, and it's come off, and Sarah Darcy's in there, picks it up with a handball out the back, but Tatiana Perry pursuing that at the bottom and gets a handball to a teammate, but cut back off by Tiwi as they go inside forward 50, and running onto that was Mackenzie Lynch, who's just been slung off the ball as she kicked, who affected the kick, but great body work in there. Joanna Lynn picking that up, looking for a Darcy, but kicked off the deck, and a kicking in danger free kick has been paid to Tiwi here, so that'll just slow this up as it was ping-ponging on their half forward 50. So looks like I'm not sure who that is, number 31 there. She's not on our team sheet here, but Georgia Hutton, I think it is.
Oh, Georgia Hutton. She'll look to handle to a teammate in Tweedle O'Donnell, who just kicks it inboard, but sitting under it beautifully, Palmerston there. And they'll look to come out, but smothered from the person on the mark for Tiwi, and comes out to Carlton, who takes 1 bounce down the wing. She's being pursued by Tiwi, 2 Tiwi players, and she just composes herself and kicks to a 2-on-1, but they can't quite get a hand to it, and a lasso free kick to Tiwi.
Yeah, the Tiwi players didn't catch her, but they kept running, put pressure on, and stopped her running all the way down the ground, I suppose, and eventually her kick just skewed off a little bit and bounced out. So good work there as the kick comes down towards the wing, and just pushing players off the ball was Kimberly Cunningham, but then eventually got caught with the ball. She doesn't agree with the decision, but it's going to go the way of Tatiana Perry, and she runs around now and kicks long into the forward half. The ball spills over the top. Cockatoo Motlap there feigns to hand pass, then changes her mind, kicks long towards the goal square. Oh, Gabriella King's going to let it go, but it's going to miss the goal. She could have run in and taken the mark, but thought it was going through, I think, and let it bounce, and it's bounced through for a behind. So
yeah, she just snuck out the back there, ready for it, as Cockatoo Motlap had a flying shot on goal, and the goal umpire just waiting for their fellow goal umpire down the far end to wave the flags off. And looks like Rebush will take this kick in for Tiwi, so she comes back out to the same side that we just got it from, and hits up Tweedle O'Donnell straight on the chest, who will take a mark. So she'll look for a teammate down the line, but kicks to a pack, and out the back is Gloria Luda, sorry. And she's pursuing it. Maria Rioli keeps that ball in right in front of us here, and she's still pursuing it down the boundary line, but great tackle by Cockatoo Motlap, who will win herself a free kick for holding the ball. So she'll look to move it on quickly, and she's got a teammate short into Shani Graham, who just spills that mark, and poor Jimmy's straight on it, stepping one way, stepping back the other, and tries to kick in board, but Lynch with the cut off there, and Rioli looking for a teammate in Lelia Dunn or Mara Murphy there. It's just on that far side and really opened up their 50, but kicking it off the deck for Palmerston was Hannah Torsney, and she's first one there, puts her head over the footy, picks it up. She's got a teammate in support there who gets a nice kick straight down the wing again to Puruntana Mary, who goes around, had a bit more time than what she thought, but King's there. She's got a 2-on-1 and just lets the Tiwi player pick it up, trying to force her holding the ball, but she's got support in Ella Byatt there, who's just held that in, and it caused a ball up about halfway off the ground. So some fast footy going from end to end here, with no one being able to put a score on the board the last few minutes.
So Puruntana Mary wins a hit out for Palmerston, but at ground level the hand pass comes back from McRoberts and a kick forward, but well read in defence and chopped off by Bush for Tiwi. She drills the ball into the centre of the ground where it's marked by Sarah Darcy. She goes long on the left foot down towards half forward. Cockatoo Mutlap there just trapped it, but her teammate came in to assist and got the clearing kick. Now Tiwi thump it back in again. The ball spills out the back where Maria Rioli, with a bit of fancy footwork, just tried to soccer it to her own advantage, but Palmerston got the hand pass out over the top, but there's a free kick been found here, and it's going to go. The umpire was signalling the other way at first, but it's going Tiwi's way, and tried to play on Lelia Dunn, but fortunately for her, she's not allowed to because the kick had missed, and she's going to have to go back and take the kick again.
Yeah, lucky for her there, just hit the woodwork, and she'll go back and line up here, take your time and have a set shot on goal. So she comes in, she's looking for a beautiful kick, but it just sticks out left and it's gone through for a behind. So that's Tiwi's first behind of the game, and they'll look for one of the Cockatoo Motlap AFL women's girls to bring this kick in. I'm sure they're going to go long here, but she's got some options, which is great to see here. And she'll come out to this far side, and she plays on, runs her full measure with a nice long kick to a teammate in Perry, but just worked under it was Perry, but strong body work from Darcy there has just taken them on and got holding the ball. So beautiful tackle from Palmerston as Cockatoo Motlap looks for a teammate quickly in Nesna, but she's got poor Jimmy on her hot heels and just pushed in the back. Sorry, that's Puruntana Mary, Frida there. She's still working hard. She's got no support there, and as she puts her head over the footy to try win herself a free kick, the umpire's called a ball up, but a 4-on-1, and Frida Puruntana Mary have a quick breather there. You just held that ball up beautifully for your team.
Yeah, terrific effort. She ties her hair up again and ready to go again. But the sweeping hand pass comes across from McRoberts, but Tiwi through Maria Rioli burst away from the stoppage there. Kick goes down towards half forward. The bounce favours Medbury there, who got the hand pass across, and the long kick out, but that's well read, and the mark taken by Lorenzo, who kicks short to Dunn. Dunn a long way out from the goal square, kicks off the side of the boot a little bit. Sienna Kelly just tried to toe poke it forward and then got in the back of her opponent and gives away the free kick. So Tweddle O'Donnell will take this free kick from about the 50-metre line, just looking for options forward now, and kicks a pass and has a play on it. That's a beautiful pass, and it almost made her teammate Sarah Darcy run to the space where the kick was delivered to. So a beautiful kick and good understanding between the two.
Yeah, she definitely put that out in front for Darcy there, who just read it beautifully, and nobody could stop that beautiful chest mark from her. So she'll look to kick from about 35 out. She's almost straight in front there as she comes in, bangs it on the left, and it's just hung out to the left as well. So that's their second behind of this game.
Yeah, made the distance no problem, just hung it out to the left, unfortunately for Tiwi, as Palmerston looked to settle again, and Cockatoo Mutlap once again just runs out of the goal square, chips a pass, but Tweddle O'Donnell's read that, gives the hand pass off, and now here's the chance for Lamy for Tiwi, but her kick's gone across the face of goal, and Palmerston are going to be first there. Mackenzie Lynch just picks up and now clears to the outer side of the ground. The pass got to Byatt, who couldn't complete the mark, and ball spilt to the ground, and now it's a bit of a scramble at ground level as McRoberts tries to get a kick out. Her kick's smothered, and Tiwi at ground level get the kick back inside forward 50. The loose ball's dribbling there. Maria Rioli on the outside of the boot, snaps towards goal. She likes it, her teammates like it. It's gone straight through, and a very clever goal there from Maria Rioli, just on the outside of the boot, and Tiwi's first goal for the quarter.
Yeah, some more Rioli Tiwi magic there. She just knows where the goals are, and a cheeky check side off the side of the boot there, just kicked it straight through. And I think great work by Tiwi there, because Tatiana Perry had the whole back half, or her whole forward half in there. So if Palmerston got out, that was a definite goal for Palmerston, but instead Tiwi were able to lock that ball in and really work hard with that forward pressure to get it in deep and pursue that into a goal.
So Tiwi find the answer to that opening goal from Gabrielle King for Palmerston, and brings the margin back to just one straight kick as we go past the 11-minute mark of this third quarter. Just probably a warning there for incorrect setup for the centre bounce. So we're underway now as the ball goes up. Ward over the top, got a hand to it, but Maria Rioli at ground level wins the clearance and thumps the ball inside forward 50 again for Tiwi. The ball bouncing loose, some strong body work, sees the ball spill out into some space now, and kicked off the ground into space again. Oh, good teamwork there, good shepherding by Cockatoo Matlup to allow her teammate in, but and won a free kick, and now the kick comes outside a defensive 50. But Tweddle O'Donnell's first there for Tiwi. She's got a couple of opponents, but works hard at ground level. Got the hand pass out as she was tackled, but Cockatoo Matlup just leaves an opponent on the ground in her wake as she clears down towards the centre of the ground. The numbers with Tiwi here, though, is it's picked up and thumped forward by Luta once again, all the way to the goal square. A chance for Lelia Dunn, swings around, could have given the hand pass, but took the responsibility herself, hooked it over the shoulder, and she's kicked her fourth goal and has evened the scores up late in this third quarter.
Yeah, beautiful work, body work by Lelia Dunn there. Just pushed her opponent in Tash Medbury off the ball there and just got herself some space and enough just to bang it on the boot super quickly. As you said, she had the hands there, but she backed herself, and why wouldn't you? She's kicked 3 goals around the body for today, so that was her fourth for the game.
Yeah, terrific. She's a real danger down there close to goals, and saw her up the ground a bit earlier in the quarter, but I think Tiwi really need her in the goal square when they get the ball down there, and has kicked 4 of their 6 goals, as Sam said.
Yeah, Tweedle O'Donnell as well. She's gone back in the ruck here too, and she's just been absolutely phenomenal for them as well, just cutting everything off, and she's all around the ground in the ruck contest as well, and just wins that tap as I speak of her name. But Carlton read it best and over the top a teammate there, but Tiwi have got it at the bottom of this pack, and a quick kick out by Tweedle O'Donnell again finds Darcy just running onto the footy, and she uses her body just to try and body Mackenzie Lynch off that ball and picks it up and goes around on the left, finding her teammate in poor Jimmy there, who's taken that mark, and she'll look to go back and put Tiwi in front, this would.
Yeah, that's right, and Leila Dunn was lurking there as well, as I think poor Jimmy was looking over her shoulder trying to see if she could get it to her quickly, but got closed up pretty quickly. So Jamie Lee Port Jimmy will go back and take the set shot. So kicks on the way now. Looks pretty good, I think. She's got her arm in the air in salute, and what a run by Tiwi. 3 quick goals has seen them take the lead again, and a fantastic game of NTFL Women's Premier League footy here as Tiwi fight back and snatch the lead back once again.
Yes, as they take this lead, we are almost into time on here, 14 and a half minutes gone, and Tiwi leading Palmerston Magpies 7 goals to 44 to Palmy 6 goals to 38. So a nice close game here, and as the clouds have just come over, give us a bit of reprieve out there. Well, not us, we're in a nice aircon box here, but give the girls a bit of shade from that sun, as it's a nice hot day here and haven't had rain yet, so I'm hoping it's looking ominous, like it's going to come. But as the ball goes up there, Ella Ward over the top wins it, but quick out the middle by Maria Rioli, turns around, snaps it on the boot. And first there, Sarah Darcy, no one really wants it, but again, puts her body in, just turns around and picks that up, and out to her teammate in Lorenzo, who's kicked it in, but Kelly cuts that one off with a great spoil and a follow-up tackle on Lami, and Palmerston have that kick out and out here, and that Palmerston are going to pick that up, and that looks like Sienna Neza, who's just got a quick kick taking him on, and McDougall with a kick around the body, but great cut off by Tiwi there, and a soccer off the deck by Maria Rioli, but poor Jimmy first one to it, and she gets a dinky little kick over the top to her teammate in Lami, who keeps her feet beautifully and picks that ball up, but well tackled there by Palmerston, and they've got a kick away, but again Tweedle O'Donnell out the back can't quite hold the mark, but has support and in a teammate and takes them on, but Jessie Grigg in the middle there with a kick, but it's just gone up and under, and she follows it again with Ella Byatt with a quick hands and a kick out the back, looking for a teammate, but Gabrielle King's just caught behind the Tiwi player there, and Ree Bush takes a beautiful pick up, but gets a 360 spun, and people are calling for the free kick, but it doesn't happen, and Carlton's just ended up with it out the back, and as she streams in, she's got two players ahead of her, but not a great handball, and hasn't put the shepherd on, but she's still going in there, and Jessie Griggs in there, can't take it cleanly, but she's got pressure from Tiwi, and Carlton's still going out the back, and Putintanameri, that's free to Putintanameri there. She's attempted to get it, but she's tried to give herself some room, and Tweedle O'Donnell,
what a passage of play,
slows it up. I need to take a breath here, but Tweedle O'Donnell's just won herself that free kick, just head over the footy and pursued that all the way down from her half-back, and all these girls with their hands on her hip. Carlton there you can see in screen, and Tweedle O'Donnell just taking her full 10 seconds and just slow it up here, but she'll look for her captain, poor Jimmy, who spills that mark, and it's rolled over, and I think everyone will be stoked with this ball in just to give them a bit more time.
A frantic passage of play, wasn't it? And both sides just desperate to get their hands on it as it worked all the way down there, and frantic in the attacking area and frantic defence, and I think you're right. Everyone's happy for the game to stop for 20 seconds or so as we set up for this boundary throw in. So we're 17 and a half minutes in, probably not too much longer left in this quarter, as from the throw in, the good hit out comes down to Perry, whose hand pass was smothered, and now Tweedle O'Donnell in there just got wrapped up in the tackle and picked up by Ward, who hacks the ball out into open space at half forward. Bouncing ball didn't favour Hamilton for Palmerston, and the Tiwi players just pounced on her, and now looking to clear it out. Not sure what to do there, but the hand pass came out and was effective in the end, and Tiwi the chance on the outer side of the ground as Murphy is first there, but now she's under a bit of pressure, tries to kick off the ground, has an air swing, and again it's wrapped up, and there's a free kick been found. It's going to go Palmerston's way here.
Yeah, I think Mara Murphy just lost her foot and just fell in the back of that Palmerston player there, so they'll take the free kick on the far side wing, and she hits up a teammate in Niesner in the middle there, who's sold some candy and played on as she looks for her teammate just on the wing. Haven't made that much ground, but grateful for the siren, I'm sure. So that ends the third quarter of this round 12 match between Tiwi and Palmerston, and with Tiwi just taking the lead by 1 goal, 7 goals to 44 over Palmerston, 6 goals to 38, and we'll join you in after a short break here for the final quarter.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro, or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Process. And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it's a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium. It's round 12, the first round after the Christmas break, and what a game of football we've got on our hands here. in the Women's Premier League. It's Tiwi and Palmerston, and Tiwi, with the last 3 goals of the third quarter, have got themselves a 6-point advantage going into this last quarter. Anyone's game. Sam, you were just saying off air, can't pick a winner here, and that's certainly the case. It's gone in runs so far.
No, I definitely can't pick a winner at all. It just depends who's got the stamina to last. So as the ball goes up here, it's just Palmerston got a quick kick inboard, and they've got it in forward 50, and Lim just drops that mark, but a quick kick out by Rebush gets it outside their 50, but Perry straight onto it there, and Will's pursuing that, and she just tries to pick it up, but a kick off the deck, and Ella Ward in there and straight out to Puddin Tanameri, who just bangs it on the outside of the boot, looking for a teammate in the Cockatoo Motlap, who's just magically just came out, and a Tiwi player's got it deep down there, and she's got a handball out and she's pursuing it. But Palmerston with the numbers here, and out the back, a pick up and a quick kick, but a kick out by Tiwi there, and a dangerous kick to Carlton, who's just had a paddock there to run onto it, but she's being pursued by Rioli, who just gets there, and I think Rioli's just affected that kick, and it's gone out on the full. So great chase down by Maria Rioli there on Marika Carlton, forcing a kick deep inside Palmerston's 50 for Tiwi.
Yeah, terrific pressure from Rioli. She's really worked into the game in this second half, been influential in that third quarter, and they're putting the pressure on, did affect the kick, and saw it go out of bounds on the full. So some reprieve down there, and Mungatopi brings it in, drills the pass to Tweddle O'Donnell, who's been really good for Tiwi today. Really competitive in the ruck contest and worked hard around the ground. Kicks long down. There's her direct opponent, Ella Ward, going for that marking contest, as at ground level picked up by Lami, but her hand pass was smothered. The ball spills into the hands of Carlton, who kicks on the outside of the boot, but the mark being claimed but not paid, as it didn't travel the required distance. And now Tiwi trying to run the ball out of defence through Austral. She eventually lost the ball, but recovered, and the mark's taken down there nicely. Got by Natasha Dunn, got the hand pass forward, and now Port Jimmy gets the hand pass out, claims that she was being held and stopped, but play goes on, no free kick paid, and just kicking it forward is Lorenzo out there now. Picks up, runs into her teammate, then tries to hand pass to her, and the kick comes across, and the mark's been paid at half forward. So a bit of a comedy of errors, but Tiwi have got there in the end, and Mara Murphy has taken the mark.
They just ran into each other, and everyone just stopped there, and the umpire's just saying play on. So Mara Murphy here will look for a teammate in the pocket there, but can't quite get to it, and it's just spilled out across the boundary line. So we'll get a ball inside Tiwi's forward 50.
Yeah, probably wasn't the best option to look out wide there. Got some danger players up near the goal square, was perhaps the way to go. But anyway, we've got a boundary throw in on the outer side of the ground, inside forward 50 for Tiwi. Early stages of this last quarter, the throw in favours Tweddle O'Donnell, who tried to take possession of the ball, but it spilt to the ground, and now will be a ball up close to the boundary line on the outer side.
Yeah, so everyone looks a bit set up here. Everyone's in the forward half for Tiwi, so putting that pressure on. But as the ball's gone up, and Palmerston have come away with it, but not a great kick inboard, and Tiwi are there to mop it up with a few players going at it, but out comes Tatiana Perry with it, and she doesn't get a kick away before Sarah Darcy just bumps her and tackles her off the ball and wins herself a free kick out in front, which she'll set up for a set shot here on goal.
Yeah, just wasn't aware of Darcy coming in from behind her, and wrapped her up in the tackle. The ball spilled out, so correct decision, and Darcy with another chance to goal for Tiwi. Yeah, she's a good kick. She's a reliable kick, and that one straight through the middle from about 25 out, directly in front. And that stretches that lead, and Palmerston with the work to do. And after they had led for most of the first half, and but Tiwi looking strong here.
Yeah, I think it's, as we said, it's anyone's game, but if Palmerston can just get that run on from the middle, they were within their forward 50 in the first 10 seconds of this quarter. They just couldn't quite convert, just didn't have enough strength running back into their forward 50. So they'll look for the likes of Carlton, and they've got to swap up in the ruck here, and I think looks like Purantanameri will go into the ruck there against Tweedle O'Donnell. So a bit more run and ground ball action there for Palmy, but they've just sent Carlton into their forward 50, who's just running quite fast back because they had 5 in the square. But the umpire will walk in here and ball it up. So as the ball goes up, nobody really wins that tap, but running onto it there was McRobert, it looks like, and we'll get another ball up inside the centre circle.
So another attempt, well done by Tweedle O'Donnell. One that hit out down. Gabrielle King at ground level did well, and toe poked it forward. There's a scramble of players around the ball now. It spills out as again it's Grigg who gets first there for Palmerston. She picks it up, but gets wrapped up in the tackle, and now another wrap up in the tackle, and another ball up. So pretty desperate stuff around the ball at the moment as the ball's just inched down towards Palmerston's half-forward line. And Purantanameri wins a hit out, but Rioli read it best. Yeah, wanting herself a high free kick there. She does duck the head a little bit, but it was probably there, and she's looking to go out of side of the ground now. Goes long and out in front with strong hands was Darcy. Just got knocked out of her hands in the end, and play on's the call at ground level. Was almost looked like a push in the back, but not paid. The kick comes across, and sitting underneath that one is Kimberly Cunningham for Tiwi, and now she swings the ball down towards half forward, and just trying to keep it in play out there, but not able to do so was Kiana Brown, and so it'll come back. It should be a Palmerston free kick unless she carried the ball over.
Yeah, I think the field umpire's calling a ball in, and Tash is trying to take the free kick, but looks like they're all having a conversation here and wasting some time.
So it's neither. It's going to be a ball up. So bit of confusion there, but it's taking a long time to get this game restarted as players are in position now and we're underway. So Tweedle O'Donnell at ground level as her kick smothered and the ball squirts out, and this time it's over the boundary line. In fact, it wasn't smothered, and it'll be a Palmerston free kick. So
I think the umpire's called a ball in and a throw in, and the players have just set up for a free kick. So off we go. Palmerston took that free kick and kicked it straight to Kimberly Cunningham from Tiwi.
Yeah, that's taken some moments off the clock. So we're 8 minutes in, and Palmerston really need to get their hands on the ball and get motoring if they're going to come back and challenge for the points in this game. As the ball loose at half forward, quick kick comes out, and Perry hand passes over the top. There's no one there, tries to run onto it herself, does eventually, and gets a kick inboard, but well read by Lynn across half back, gets around one opponent and then swings a kick long towards half forward. Plenty of players up in the marking contest as the kick comes across from Torsney to McRoberts. McRoberts goes straight up the middle of the ground and finds Perry. Perry, wasting no time, looks to play on quickly, kicks over the top, trying to get it to the advantage of her teammates down there. But first there for Tiwi is Port Jimmy, who paddles the ball a few times in front of herself, eventually runs out of space, and the ball goes over the boundary line for a throw in. I think she'll be pretty happy with that. She's done well with having two opponents in Purantanameri and Carlton against her. She's done well to get a stoppage there, as we just see Carlton sneaking forward, hoping for a quick kick to come in her direction. So Tweedle O'Donnell and Purantanameri contesting in the ruck here once again. So the ball slips to Ella Ward over the back, but she gets wrapped up in the tackle as soon as she takes possession, gets a hand pass out eventually, and again strong tackling, but strong work by the player with the ball as the kick came out, and it's a scramble at ground level as the Cockatoo Matlap got the hand pass out, but it's adjudged to be a throw, and a 50-metre penalty. So that isn't what Palmerston needed at all, as Rioli will take the benefit of this 50-metre penalty, and it'll bring her right down, probably just about within scoring range, I would think.
It's a bit of a short 50 in my measurements, but she'll have a look on goal. She's a great kick here, so she's got some tools. She's got Darcy in the forward 50 there. Oh, but she goes short and a beautiful mark. Looks like Frida Purantanameri, but wait till she turns around.
Was a good mark under plenty of pressure down there. But, yeah, and of course this is just soaking time off the clock. Yeah, it is Purantanameri, and she's about 20 metres closer, and we'll have the set shot now. Kick looks good. It's going all the way through, and a terrific goal from Purantanameri, and yeah, the dangers of a 50-metre penalty that take you inside forward 50 on display there really put Palmerston under pressure, and Tiwi have just stretched that out to 3 goals. It's going to be pretty hard for Palmerston from here, you would think.
Yeah, definitely. And Frida Purantanameri there, she's got such a strong body work and really took that mark, and she becomes Tiwi's third multiple goal scorer. So you got Maria Rioli with 1, Frida with 1, Jamie Lee put Jimmy with 1, and then Lelia Dunn with the 4, and Sarah Darcy with the 2. So really Tiwi just getting on top, and after that first quarter they've really played a team game today after just a bit of a scramble and a back from Christmas break kind of first quarter, and they've really got some composure going down. So as the ball goes back up in the middle, Ella Ward wins that over Tweedle O'Donnell, and just a bit of a rugby scrum in the middle, lock there, and we'll get another ball up. So the umpire's just balling it up here, and Ella Ward again wins that tap over the top, but Tiwi with the numbers there just to pressure that ball, and out the back comes poor Jimmy, but can't quite take possession of it, and Graham comes out with Byatt. She's got a teammate behind her. She just puts that shepherd on but can't quite pick it up, and at the bottom of that Lami from Tiwi. But coming through was poor Jimmy with a boot off the deck to Hamilton, but picked up in the end by Zara Dunn, who just gets a kick inside 50, and a great pick up by Palmerston on that far side wing as she goes long just to space, and she's got Colton there who she backs in the 2-on-1, but support from Palmerston there with the beautiful quick hands out wide to a teammate, and Cockatoo Motlap will take her on here with some great running from off their half back there, and she just looks inboard and finds Purantanameri all by herself, who takes a mark, and she'll kick this from about 40 out.
Fantastic passage of football around the outer side of the ground, just controlled the ball, and Cockatoo Matlap just great running, gave the hand pass, received back, and then delivered. So Purantanameri, a really important kick here, kicks long towards the goal square, it's not going to reach, and falls short, and they didn't have anyone on the end of it either, as Tiwi bring it away to the outer side of the ground, and Lynn out there with Purantanameri. The ball spills out, and now a chance for Palmerston to go forward again as the kick comes inside forward 50. King takes the mark. She wastes no time, plays on straight away, hooks the ball around towards goal, but she's just dragged that a little bit too far and through for a behind only. So Mungatopi brings the ball in quickly out to the grandstand side. The ball spills short. Here's a chance for Palmerston as it's picked up by Perry. She kicks towards goal, and that's a terrific finish down there. So Tiwi probably could have taken a bit more time, tried to get the ball moving quickly, and just came unstuck for them, and Tatiana Perry pounced on it, and a terrific finish.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll have too much time on here, and a few girls cramping, and they're looking a bit sore and tired out there, particularly Palmerston. Just in that last little bit, they had a few just
taken out by Cunningham, but loses control of the ball and gets penalised as Cockatoo Matlap will take that free kick, but Palmerston really need to be looking to move the ball quickly. She drills sideways instead, looking out here for Torsney, who doesn't take the mark but gets control of the ball, kicks back inboard, picked up by Ward, who chips the ball around the grandstand wing looking for Puruntatameri, but it goes over her head. Mungatopi comes in for Tiwi, and she's happy to see it over the boundary line, and it'll be, that ball is pinged back at the boundary umpire with some force, but yeah, it's a boundary throw in once again, so Tiwi the opportunity to settle and set up here defensively.
Yeah, I think they've just been a bit smarter in this second half, and when they got on top, they were able to slow that down. So as the ball comes back in, Tweedle O'Donnell picks it up off the tap of Ella Ward, and a quick kick by Rioli over to their half-forward line, and it's one-on-ones here, but Torsney looks like she's going to pick it up first, but strong work from poor Jimmy, who just ends up with it back in her lap, but it's spilled out again on the bottom of the ground there, and the two number 12s go at it, but the ball's squirted out the back, and poor Jimmy on her left just bangs it inboard looking for a teammate, but Sienna Kelly back there can't quite pick it up and just shepherded for a teammate to kick it, but it hasn't gone the full measure, and Cunningham looks like she'll be first one here to it, but she again can't pick it up and just throws her body over the top, losing her feet, and Tash Meb
managed to clear away through McDougall, and now Carlton a chance to run onto it. It bounces kindly for her, and she's off and running with a bounce and another bounce around this grandstand wing. She's trying to go all the way, loses control here close to the boundary line, gets it back though and decides to kick long inside forward 50. The ball spills over the back. Here's a chance for Palmerston. The kick on goal goes in. It's bouncing, but just offline once again. Tatiana Perry, once again it was, but this time just missing and bouncing into that left-hand goal post, and you would think that puts a line through any chance that Palmerston had of snatching this game at the death.
Yeah, and great work by Ella Ward there to try and shepherd two players off Tatty to just give her that space. And there's the full-time siren. So Tiwi take the 4 points today over Palmerston Magpies. 9 goals 256 to Palmerston, 7 goals 446. And Stu, who do we think we've seen stand out today?
Oh, look, wasn't it a fantastic game of women's Premier League football here in Darwin? And yeah, great game. As you call, Jasmine Tweddle O'Donnell was fantastic all day in the ruck. Sarah Darcy was a threat. Joanna Lynn across half-back was terrific. Maria Rioli in the second half, really influential. Lami was busy all day, as was Jamie Leaport, Jimmy. And for Palmerston, Tatiana Perry, Marika Carlton as usual. Ella Ward battled hard as she always does, and the Cockatoo Matlaps were important for them as well. So, yeah, just a great game of footy, wasn't it, Sam? And it makes it difficult for Palmerston now, and I think it draws Tiwi level with them with wins for the season.
Yeah, it clogs up that middle of the ladder there, but men's Premier League game coming up after.